All right. Well, grateful for everybody this morning. Once again, it is Wednesday. What a day it's going to be. Kind of cool that we're launching on Thursday at 6 p.m. because on Friday morning, if there's things that people are seeing or things that we might be able to help the company with, we got to get on here and let each other know. So that's good stuff. So also, if there's any questions and stuff, we'll be on here Friday morning doing so. So we're excited about that. We're excited about last night's call. I guess the biggest thing that I can say is watch the recording because we partnered up with $1 million investment with a company that is going to help a ton with downtown digital dollars and a card that works off of the blockchain and all sorts of neat things that were announced on there, plus a little explanation of a few things going on, and so it's always a very transparent and very exciting to know and to get on. I don't miss Tuesdays unless there's death in the immediate body, and but definitely if you were not able to get on, get that recording and get it to your teammates. We posted it everywhere. It was amazing. Secondly, is lots of things going on. I've talked already about Iskander launching at 6 o'clock tomorrow, Central Time. So get everybody prepared. We talked about already that you can buy some TEXITcoin for 23% off right at the present time and buy in because it's $1 when you buy in tomorrow. So that's a good idea to have. Um, know that everybody's doing that, and so get on there and get that done because you're going to see a little bit of boost in price. And once it goes over $1, we probably won't be offering that no more. Well, we won't be. So we want to. Yeah, that wouldn't make very much sense unless you want
Yeah.
to donate to the company a little. So we're excited about that. I don't have a whole lot this morning because I knew that there was going to be a couple of keynote guys on here, and I had said to Cory that hey, I'm gonna let you run the ball with Mr. Lonny, and so Cory, if that's okay, I'm gonna guys. We know that he just got announced as a big dog in the company. He's between him and Steve Walsh. I don't know if we can handle all of the corporate greatness on this call. So all the guys helping out to get us where we want to go. But we sure appreciate all that they do. But Cory just got announced by Sarah, and we're very excited about that announcement. And I'm gonna try something real quick here because it just keeps bouncing not to where I want it. But and I don't know the exact title, marketing specialist director guy. What I'll let him tell you the title. But our friend, we know him real well on this call, Mr. Cory. Cory Moran, you go ahead and take the call over before I stumble over my words more.
What's up, Thomas? Great
Hey,
day,
buddy.
great morning. Oh,
Congratulations, brother.
thank you so much. What an honor. What a privilege. Man, what a call last night, first of all. What an absolute whirlwind of a day. We had met with Bobby early on in the day, as he had mentioned, and it was a long call, and it was kind of my first quote unquote corporate call. Before I get into it, though, I need to give a little other announcement for everyone that I don't think anybody else knows here. Oh, I see Steve. What's up, Steve? Good to see you, brother. Man, you mentioned Steve's killing it for what everything that's going on in the mines and the Texas mines and everything, and his help in Telegram and just his positivity and his knowledge. But there's another person in here that has joined the corporate team as well. And he is now the director of education and all things crypto, all things charts, all things labs, all things. The price of TXC will be the price of ISK and all things. So I just got to announce to everybody. I'm not sure everybody knows that Lonny Walsh has been named the director of education, and it's an amazing thing and so well deserved. This guy is. I asked him the other day, like I haven't really met somebody besides I think Thomas and myself that never sleeps. Like you could any any time of the day you could reach out or you could see activity happening from Lonnie and the telegrams, and he is just a pillar of knowledge and a wealth of knowledge and a pillar for, I should say, a pillar for the community. Um, and so I just want to congratulate you, Lonnie, and all the hard work that you're putting in and the knowledge that you're giving this community is just second to none, brother.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. It was a pretty cool deal to even hear the hint that was dropped. I haven't even heard about it too much, but I knew it was in the works. But the crypto U thing, that was another little nugget that came out of our call last night. That was exciting.
Yeah.
Kind of built up uh, I guess the workload that I was anticipating. It went from, focus on just Texit mostly here locally to all of a sudden the whole crypto world. So I guess I got some more studying to do to make sure that I got that crypto U rollout will have to be full of knowledge. So I got to make sure that I have all the right stuff now too. But
How
very
lucky
cool.
are we to have
Very
both of you
excited.
this morning? That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Woo-hoo!
So yeah, man, this is I couldn't be more excited with things happening. Of course, Thomas, you mentioned the launch tomorrow night for the early adopters. I It's amazing how much attention there is, and you guys heard Bobby say last night, we're the elephant behind the peanut, right? Like that's we're that small, and to for Bobby to go across the world, or go over to Dubai and then go to Hong Kong from Germany, all these places, and here, like you think that Texit is not that big, or you don't think a lot of people know about Texit, but everybody knows about Texit, and to know that Dubai, the mecca of crypto and the mecca of money, and for Bobby to sit down and have these conversations, and at the same time, we're building um, downtown digital, and you're seeing and you're hearing all this stuff going on, and the acquisition of the 16 developers that Thomas mentioned. This million dollars that were put into this tech and these developers and all of these. I think he mentioned it was like all of this has pushed us like 2 to 3 years ahead of schedule. And so, any of you out there that are wondering, what's going on, is Candor going to fuel TEXITcoin? Is the focus going to shift away to downtown digital or shift away to another coin? Well, I hope you listened to the call last night or at least read the summary, because everything has come to a point where it's like we just poured jet fuel on the turbo engine already, and it's just absolutely nothing short of exciting. And from my point of view, becoming the director of marketing is a dream come true for me. It's an absolute dream job. It's what I've been working towards. It's really the sum. You're the sum of all your decisions, and I always tell people that you're where you're sitting in these seats today because of the decisions that you've made. I've been in a dark ditch somewhere in the middle of the night, and I've had many of those nights, and I lived a very different life previously, and I was the sum of my decisions, and um, when I say that I have abilities to God-given gifts to know people's hearts and souls and energies right away, whether it's through a Zoom call, whether it's through a telephone call or whether it's through meeting in person, I can tell and see right away somebody's aura, somebody's energy. Are they a good person? Do they have good intentions? Or do they have integrity? Are they a generous person? Or they and and it was that for me, like right away. And I've known Thomas and Sarah. I've known Mike. I know a lot of these people on here. I see Jeffrey. I've known a lot of these people for years, and there's a reason why we're all together in this, and there's a reason why there's so many people on board. Is that you know birds of a feather. Eh, we have we have so much, not just amazing human beings and genuine human beings, but we've got people here that have so many different gifts and talents that have come together. Um, it's the attraction of it all. It's the community that thrives, is the community that sticks together and brings all the talents together, and then they move forward with one goal in mind. And so for us, that's money, right? I mean, but it's honest money, and it's doing things the right way and making a change for the people of the world. I don't know if any of them are on because it's in the middle of the night for them, but I've got a great team of people in Guam, in Micronesia, the ex-senator or governor, whatever that position is in Micronesia, who are genuinely amazing people who are trying to help their communities. And they don't have a lot of money. Their communities don't have a lot of money, but you know what? They've found ways to come up with $1,000 to come into Texit and provide generational wealth for their families, provide the ability to tell another one of their friends that, hey, listen, this is the real deal. Even though that, there's been scams and frauds, and we're not going to close that door shut all the way, because if we did, how would we have found such a blessing? How would we be able to give such a gift to somebody else? I got to take a sip of coffee. Like Bobby. Bobby, I don't know how he does it, man. He's another guy that doesn't sleep. But um, so in this journey of coming to my dream job a few days ago, it was something that somebody had said that I show up. I show up every morning, every day with a purpose, right? And I wake up in the morning, I look up and I smile at my Savior Jesus Christ, and I smile and I say, thank you for giving me this life. And I thank you for the blessings that you've given me, the lessons that you've let me learn. And I smile and I breathe it in, and I lead the day with love and gratitude. And then I attack my list, because my passion is to serve you guys. My passion is to bless others that deserve the blessing. Um, my focus is not to spend it on people that don't. Like I said, I know right away. And Lonny, just a side prompt here, that Lonny is such a we I like to liken it as the good cop, bad cop, because Lonny is like so patient with people, and he's always in it for a piece of education and a learning moment. I just don't deal with it. We need the Lonnies in there, and I focus on the people that deserve the blessings, and I focus on the education and teaching people how to become better versions of themselves. Um, but I always say this: I'll be in a room full of people, and not one person that in that room will outwork me. I might not be the smartest person in the room, but I'm going to get it done one way or another, and I will sacrifice sleep and everything else to get that done. And so I want to, like, I guess part of this is I want to portray my energy and my intent with you guys, is that I saw the vision from day one. I saw Bobby's vision to be able to have the confidence that he does, and the generosity and the openness that he portrays, because he knows where he's going. A great leader can see down the road, can see into the future of how exactly his plan and his four phases roll out, and he'll do whatever it takes to put people by his side that see that vision and that can execute that decision, and will see that vision out with him. And so there's there's the talent here that has what it takes, and I vouch and I vow to you guys that I'm going to help Bobby, Lonnie, Steve, Pierre, and the DDD side. We've got Jim Carey, who's doing all the CRM stuff. He's an amazing guy doing a lot of things. And then we've got a whole social media team. We've got a big PR team now, that we're going to take this to the top 5 cryptos in the world. And you're welcome to join us. You're welcome to help us. Um, you know, these calls in the morning that Thomas does, he does it for all of us, you guys. I mean, he's up, he probably doesn't sleep, but he's probably, he's there just getting it done, and in the service of others. And the hope and the goal and the dream is to have people like the Thomases and the Jeffreys and the Jeffs and Andrea and all these people here to be able to take what we're getting here from the leaders and being able to deliver that to others and being able to grow this community. Dubai's going to grow whether we're what we're doing or not, you guys. I had somebody ask me, like, I've seen some really, we'll call them odd questions in Telegram, or kind of off the wall questions, like um what should not this is an odd question, but should we be focusing on Texit or is candor? I think it's kind of just a natural progression of things, because we have like a pretty big runway here to build TEXITcoin with the building of is candor. So you've got people, you've got all this attention that's starting to, I mean, it's already happening in Dubai and around the world, but you've got all these people that are going to want to get positioned and want to get in early in this is candor mine. And so to be able to do that, you have to have what? You have to have a TEXITcoin miner, right? And so everything's going to progress forward. This is massive utility that's coming for us, you guys, and then uh, the what was I going to say? The fair dot money, the whole thing. I mean, if you guys saw what happened on the call last night, we've got so much to roll out with you guys, and moving together with you guys. It's just, man, it's mind blowing. So that being said, I'm going to just pass it over to Lonnie uh for what Lonnie wants to talk about. But it's I'm going to finish with this, but I'll probably have some more to say. But if you guys have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have something that you want in life, stop procrastinating. Don't hesitate. Don't say I'll do that later. I'll do that tomorrow. Um, we don't know when our time's up. We don't know when, the big man is going to call us home. And so there's so much that we can do today. If you don't know, just ask how I can help. How can I be that person? How can I get to my goals? We have such an amazing group of leaders and community here. So let's move together, locked arms. Let's take initiative. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity in communities near you to be able to grow. Obviously, that you saw what's going on in starting in McKinney, and moving forward there with everything. I mean, I would say now is a good time to start, putting the bugs in some ears, and getting a jump on things. So we all have that early access. So, anyways, Lonnie, I'm going to pass it to you, brother.
Cool, perfect deal. I just wanted to kind of piggyback on that. That call was really exciting, and I think people should know that the progress really jumped. I guess in my eyes, it seems like we took a giant leap instead of just a step forward. Where it seems like the project has always been step forward, step forward, step forward, and then all of a sudden we just hurdled a huge pylon and got way, way, way advanced. And the excitement should be high again, and that excitement is going to cause the price to go up. You're going to see a lot more eyes and questions on it, um, and stuff like that's going to be coming. So one of the things that, since that call was kind of, most of the excitement from that call came on like downtown digital and the utility that's coming. um, I want to kind of talk about how like this utility is going to affect not just the project in its eyes, but how it could affect the price and stuff like that you'll see. Um, TEXITcoin is really spoiled with the fact that the founder is making layer two a priority, and in the fact that he's making a layer two himself. The founder of Ethereum, the founder of Solana, the founder of Bitcoin, the founder of Litecoin, none of them. Oh, let me see. I think Cory's spotlighted. Hold on. Go away, Cory. Well, you could stay. Um, none of the founders of any of those other projects have ever started a layer two. They may have invested in them because they liked them, but none of them have started one. And Bobby doing that is paving the way for everybody to be able to make one themselves. And it's the communities. As soon as the community sees the strength of the network and the way that the layer two operates with one, then you can make others. And it's not just limited to like a community currency. Like that's obviously the one. It's open to anything that you can make as that crypto can benefit, or whether it be, and most likely for transactions, that's where um TEXICoin is the strength of is speedy transactions and secure transactions, but it's really open to a lot more projects than that. um, and the projects themselves not always will be directly impacting with money. The gas fee is not going to be necessarily what runs the price up to 10, 15, 20, wherever it wants to run up to. What the layer twos and these other projects are going to bring is more eyes and more people touching it and seeing it is where they're going to get excited. And seeing that we're going to be in 5 or 6 different countries with these 100 terahash or 100 million mega hash, however you want to say it, mines. That's going to cut the overlap of the blocks and such are going to create such huge transaction, or cut down on the transaction times to where they are quick and filling, and then you're going to see this just really take off, and the price is going to follow with that, mostly from the free advertising that a layer two provides. So instead of having to go to the airport to make sure that everybody can see what that TEXICoin exists, so much in the fact that it's seen like Bobby was talking about, where he was going all across Europe and he was talking to these very big important players in the crypto world, and they all knew about TEXICoin. um, Speaks volumes to how it's been able to do what it's done so far, so fast and so far. And that should be exciting, because as these layer twos roll out, whether they be a community currency or whatever the next one um, is going to be exciting. I will actually share my screen. Did we kick you out yet, Cory? Unspotlight you. I'm gonna remove your spotlight. You guys see my screen all right?
I didn't know I was spotlighted, but I can see you.
Okay.
You guys trying to share the stage.
Just as a teaser to show you guys, I have my layer two built and ready to go, just waiting for the API. I'm doing one based on creating access to real world operations of uh, rental properties. So this will be where the project itself will raise money, buy distressed properties, renovate them, and turn them into rentals, where that rental income is returned back to the coin holders. And this will be where rent can be paid in this token TTP or in TEXICoin, creating usage directly. You pay rent for a discounted price, or you pay cash or ACH. You pay more, and I end up buying the coin anyway. So that's one. Anybody can do it, and this is going to happen in Dubai. This is going to happen in America, or around Texas, and anywhere. You can do it in any state. It's not limited anywhere, and it's really exciting that we're at that level now, and we're seeing the prices reacting to it. And a lot of this price reaction is probably mostly because of the dollar exchange for Iskander, but you're going to see it go beyond $1 very quickly as soon as people realize two things going on in here. That that one, the mine itself is worth more than what the price of TEXITcoin is right now. We have what are we at? Like 7.5 is what's installed, and terahash of 7.5 terahash mine already installed. There's enough that's already been purchased to be 22 terahash, and this mine is mining Litecoin, it's mining Dogecoin, it's mining Bells, it's mining TXC, it's mining Iskander, it's all pooling that together and creating huge value. It's a secure network providing transactions, and very easily this project should be over $1.50 in my eyes. If you look at as far as an evaluation of what it is today, right now, we're about half of what we should be. And what you see going forward is not only just 2 downtown digital dollar contracts that are signed before we even had any of the infrastructure. Now Bobby's got millions of those wristbands and cards to go out and show off now. How fast do you think those contracts are going to be signed going forward? You're not going to see just have to pitch it and explain the idea. You can actually show the idea working. You're going to see tons of uses jumping up on the downtown digital alone. You're going to see once that API is finalized and you start seeing some more layer twos roll out, you're going to see a lot. Because I've heard of a couple other people that have some ideas rolling and some stuff cooking that they're doing, and they're coming quick, and that'll be a lot of eyes trying to buy TXC. The usage will show that it's a strong network, and that instantly brings all the quote unquote crypto bros are going to run and buy as much as they can, and those will be market buys that'll push the price up. You'll see some action. So the fact that we are kind of in the know before everybody else knows, it almost feels like insider trading. We got the Tuesday update of everything that's going on, and how far we are for what we really are, and just got to know how great this is. So it's exciting, as I guess what I can say. So being on the insider of what's coming with this utility is pretty impressive. So I think as more people are going to see not just the utility, not just the price going up, the mine being built, Dubai is going to build out pretty quickly, because the fact that cap is gone, where TXC is gifted everybody, that big money can't come in and just take a big seat and take a big slice of the pie. TXC is still very valuable in that fact that it is VIP access, and you're going to see less people in the Iskander who have bigger slices of the pie. So it's probably it might sell and catch up to TEXITcoin really quickly as far as percent of that mine. But you're going to see, we're going to see some action. And this is very exciting. The leap forward, Bobby coming over, his specialty being the alternative currencies, is going to mean that I have zero doubt that downtown digital isn't going to take off and take a huge slice of all the action in those fairs, festivals, and beyond that. You might see it even expand past that. The fact that Bobby had the connection with a landlord who has 6 businesses in McKinney, who's willing to take the downtown digital as rent payment, already creating an incentive for business owners to utilize downtown digital beyond the event that may have left. It's not just a one-time event anymore. It's already footholded in. So really a gift that these Tuesday Zoom calls that Bobby gives us, even if he kind of steps away and doesn't do as many, really huge position and huge advantage that the Texas community, the TXC community, the scanner community, everybody's got a huge advantage right now on everybody to see 77 cent TXC right now, where it should be significantly higher. So I don't know
I
if Cory
don't
wants to
mean to interrupt you, Lonny, but Bobby's on. If Thomas can make him co-host.
Oh,
No
Howdy, Bobby.
pressure, no pressure, Lonnie.
And no
No pressure.
pressure. I should have showed my layer 2 now.
Good,
Let me
good, good.
restart.
Rerun the call.
Rerun it. Start from the beginning. Okay, welcome everybody. So yeah, very very exciting position that we're in. Thanks, Bobby, for doing all that you do and helping us have that inside knowledge, that firsthand knowledge before everything gets out to everybody else. It really gives us a position to act. And since you're on LTs, here's my layer 2 that I got as soon as we get that API finalized. I'm ready to roll. And part of what we could do with this, if people want to ask me how and what to do with for layer 2s, because it's not just a payment transaction. You can make it be whatever you want it to be. and like I said, we're blessed that Bobby's willing to showcase the layer 2 capabilities and building the first one. There's no other crypto founder doing that. So he's showing the way. Let's follow suit. And if you have an idea, it's worth trying to make a layer 2 or seeing if you can utilize one, because crypto really is good money in the fact that it can help the banking system. I didn't share my screen. That's what. Crypto's is uses are beyond just a peer-to-peer transaction, and there's a lot that we can gain from it. So tokenizing or using crypto for other projects beyond is going to be a big thing coming for sure.
Can you take Lonnie, can you take us a quick peek again at your layer 2?
Oh yeah. Share screen. Called Texas Token Properties. It's going to be participating in the operations of rental properties. I'll be buying distressed properties in the Texas area, and then we will renovate them, turn them into rental properties. The rent can be paid in TTP directly or TXC, which will create that buy flow, buy demand, and that rental come in and be dispersed back into the token for token holders to see value. And yeah, pay it in TTP or pay it in TXC for a discount. If not, I'm going to charge you double, so I have to go buy it in the market anyway. Not double, but charge extra. So this was fun building. I got a couple more tweaks that I got to do, especially as once I get the API and that final the interaction between TXC, that infrastructure layout. There's a couple tweaks I have to do still, but I've worked on this pretty hard, and I'm excited to run it out. And I think everybody that has an idea should at least try to see if they can and bring it into the crypto space and make something happen with it.
Cool. Thomas, back to you, brother.
Well, gosh, we have two new guys that just jumped on the staff, and then I'm sure that maybe but since Bobby's on here, maybe he wants to say a little bit of something about that.
We're always wondering if it's the real Bobby, though. We can never really know. I'm in Hong Kong. I'm waiting outside of the BitMart event. Obviously, BitMart was a big launch for us on December 31st, 2024, and they will be a big launch for us. Already paid, contract already signed as we get into phase 3 with this canner, if you guys know about that. Hanging out here, just tuning into you guys, listening in, enjoying it, appreciating that you guys are getting together on what is it, a Wednesday afternoon? Talk about honest money and all the things that crypto can do to make trade better, easier, faster, smarter. Now, I don't know if you guys tuned into last night's call where we really solidly honed in on exactly what the layer 2 hardware for Downtown Digital is going to look like. And as soon as I started thinking about it and talking about it and getting into it, like this like alarm went off in my head, and I was like, man, how come I haven't thought about Indian reservations yet? That was my bread and butter. back in 2008, 2009. Community currencies on reservations was like the perfect place for that. You know, you've got $400 million a year that shows up on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota for the Lakota tribe every year. And $400 million leaves the Pine Ridge Reservation every year. And anything that we can do to increase the likelihood that some of that money is going to stick around and continue to have a positive impact on that local economy is great. It was hard work back then. Today, it's so easy with the tools that we have. And the fact that you guys are getting together and talking about these tools, other things that we can do with Layer 2 to increase honesty and transparency, it's just really spectacular stuff. So I'm out here. It's dark on the other side of the world. Don't feel bad for me for 1 second. I'm enjoying every minute of it. But we got to keep pushing. You know, this is the moment where we roll up our sleeves and we keep working through, through the cycles, through the bubbles, through the bursts. You guys should have seen consensus. It was like somebody had died. It was like a ghost town there today. First day of the event, and it's like not that exciting, which is totally odd for cryptocurrency because crypto is so exciting. And all of a sudden you go into a bear market and it's the temperature totally changes. So the fact that we're still getting together, we're still sharing our time with each other, we're sharing our ideas, our thoughts, our opinions, strategies is just such a clear indication that we've got something spectacular. And so I'm not going to tune in for much longer. I just wanted to say hello and greetings from beautiful LKF Street or something maybe in Hong Kong. And that's where the party's at. I'll drop a pin in a second here and show you guys where I am at the BitMart. I had a chance to meet the BitMart CEO last night and say thank you for taking a chance on our little project and let them know that we'll be listing our next coin there in the very near future. So you guys enjoy your time together. Any questions, comments, suggestions for me real quick before I go?
Lead the way. Do we have anything in the chat real quick? Let's just see. I think
No, just Jeffrey's hoping that BitMart, because everybody wants to participate in these grid bots and trading bots, and BitMart has grid bot activity, but they don't have enough liquidity on TXC's side. So Jeffrey's telling Bobby to lean over and tell the BitMart guy to figure it out.
I'll put in a good word. I'll put in a good word for sure. All right, guys, I got to go. I got to take a call coming in from my wife. Thank you again. I appreciate all
Bobby.
the time. And I'll see if I can tune in again in a little bit if this party is not as cool as it looks.
Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for jumping on. Great call last night.
Fantastic
Okay.
call last night.
So now let's make sure that we're ready. So let's go to gallery view real quick here. And Lonny and Cory and any of the Rangers, there's Coach Bud. Let's go ahead and make him a co-host real quick as well. But let's raise your hand if you got a question. Let's make sure that we're ready for Thursday, for tomorrow. Let's guys, I'm so excited. Today, just from talking about the excitement. Today at 3:30, I'm potentially putting in one or more people, and those people got to come into TEXITcoin first to be into Iskander. So that's very, very exciting. To have some marketing going out on the Iskander way is also exciting. Why? Because we have the privilege until April 29th to continue to put up front without people having a choice of what they join until April 29th of must join TEXITcoin first. And so I'm taking advantage of that. I am telling them, hey, you got to get involved with our baby so that you can meet the protector of that baby. And obviously not explaining it in that way because we understand that because that's how Bobby explains it. And we understand the meaning of Iskander. But what I do know is that I am leading with whatever they're seeing or whatever they're coming to me with, because the truth is, it's been a while since I've had to go after somebody else. They're still coming to me to be a part of whatever we're being a part of, because that's the energy that this community is putting out there. I hope that you are too, and I hope that you're just opening your mouth. And then I'm having people that I talked to maybe 8 months ago. Matter of fact, the guy today at 3:30. Be honest with you, he's canceled 4 appointments to join with me, and I know for a fact that he's ready this afternoon. So I'm very, very excited about that. Why? Because I keep dripping on him. I keep showing up. I keep steadfast. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm not chasing shiny nickels everywhere. And they know that I'm dedicated and devoted here at TEXITcoin. And by them knowing and realizing that, I've actually been able to flip the script on people that have been prospecting me, because I'm such a hard no. It's no. I don't need to go nowhere else. I know exactly where I am right now. Now, am I diversified in my investing and stuff like that? Of course I am. But when it comes to my specialty, which is what I fed my family on, and that's building teams. Nobody needs bring anything to me unless they want me to flip the page on them and ask them why they're not involved with us. So I just love that. So I love also that feeling of doing that, So I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just saying that has gained me prospects because I'm sold out, because they know that I'm going somewhere here. They know the money that I've made in my past, and they know that I'm probably doing something that's going to be making my family money. They know that I'm a chubby, greedy guy. Oh, did I say that? Oh, yeah. When it comes to my family's future, you're darn right I am. Multiple generations of wealth is what the Bible tells me to build, and I'm going to continue to do it. And so just excited about all that. Let's make sure that we're ready for the next few days. What questions do you have? We got some of the best on here. Maybe you got trading questions for Lonny. Maybe you got marketing questions for Cory. Maybe you got time management questions or leadership questions for Sarah. I don't know, but whatever questions you have, we want to get answered. Okay. Any hints from any leaders on getting ready for tomorrow? So I'm opening this up to leaders. Put your hand up if you got. What are you telling your people to do to get ready? Anybody, Coach Bud, whoever wants to. I know. Watch out for Coach Bud. I think on Thursday, I think he's at Briggs's. Is that correct, Bud?
Hey, everybody from Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida already.
Don't rub it in.
We were at the event Tuesday, the corporate on Monday. It was incredible. We're going to Briggs' house tonight. And
Okay.
advice to everybody is to go and buy TXC today, because if you have not registered in Iskander yet, you can register for basically 25% off. They will take TEXITcoin for you to register, and you can get it at, well, it's a little more. I think it was 78 this morning, but still, it's a big discount. You'll be able to buy it on the market, which of course puts buy pressure on the price, and you'll be able to join with TEXITcoin at $1 per coin. So if you're joining at 1,000, you can go, or 995, you go buy 995 worth of TEXITcoin. It's only going to cost you 78% of that, and then you can get a spot. So that would be my advice.
Absolutely awesome. And tonight, knock it out of the park. I know that you're the featured guest tonight with Briggs.
I did not know that. I'm actually taking guests and some reps down here, so I didn't know that. That's kind of funny. He put me on the spot last Friday too, but That's okay. We'll be happy to do that. We are doing our Power Hour workshop every day this week, Monday through Thursday. So we'll be on again at noon Eastern time. I put some links in the chats and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just doing it. Like you say, Thomas, we're 100% committed. We know where we're going. It looks like after last night's call with Bobby, we're going to get there even quicker with the new
Oh
purchases
man.
of the downtown dollar equipment and stuff. So yeah, it couldn't be more exciting.
It is. Thank you, Coach Bud, so much for that, and feel free to help if anybody's got questions. Going once. Let's see. We got Mr. Marston. Come on.
Hey, 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 how's everybody doing? Thomas, great presentation. Congratulations, yes, to two great individuals in Cory Moran and Lonny. Man, just to touch in on the trading aspect of things, yeah, I spent the better part of last week and a half just dove into everything charts and labs, and literally had a little Zoom call there yesterday with Lonnie just to make sure I was doing everything properly. And yeah, I'm ready to go and be able to help share with some people in Canada or in the international aspect on how we can trade without being able to use the bots, using the limits. Showed Lonnie, and just to share with you, actually started out with 75 token in this day trading and setting my own manual limits, and over the last week was able to double that up. So we're fired up and ready to go, and just love this family, love this project. Appreciate everyone.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, we appreciate you, and we're still expecting you in the next couple of weeks to come on here and bring us some of that international loving. So,
Certainly.
yeah. So, hey, we missed ISK deadlines. No, you did not miss ISK deadlines. The next deadline is we open up on Thursday. What can we do to buy ISK later if we miss the deadlines? So there is really no deadlines. We're going to be selling ISK till it sells out, just like we're selling TEXITcoin. But the deadlines go like this right now, okay? And anybody correct me if I'm wrong. And so, Helen, great question to be able to review this going forward. So up until March 3rd, if you have to for one, anybody up till the 29th needs to be a part of TEXITcoin in order to be a part of Iskander. Okay, so then we bounce that back to March 3rd is when you have the uh, ability to keep your positioning exactly where it is from TEXITcoin to Iskander. And so that will end on March 3rd. Then they will collapse the business up. And then if you come in after March 3rd, or March 4th, whatever it might be, with technology, you usually fluctuate those 1 or 2 days around that, right? So, but then we get a bounce back. Then when you come in, you'll just drop to the bottom of your genealogy. There is no skipping over people. There is no going to other people, other sponsorships. There's none of that going on here. So we're keeping the integrity of what we've built in this community for the last 2 years and moving forward very, very, very strongly. So excited about that. Then on the 29th is when it opens up to the rest of the world, and then anybody can join either or. We might see that they do some sort of combination package come that time. Who knows? It kind of depends how the growths are going, but I think they got to kind of keep them separated, but they can still offer, if you buy Texit here and you buy Iskander there, they can do whatever promo they want. So watch for promos, okay? Because we want to build this big, strong. Bobby's giving us 3 months pretty solid for this community to take advantage of everything that they want to take advantage of. I did see that it was asked earlier that if people pay in full for the founders positions, do they still get if they pay in full for the founders position, do they still get the 10 extra seats? Do they get the 25 extra seats? Do they get the 50 extra seats for 81 pack? Yes, if paid in full. If people use the stretch they do not get those extra minors. Okay. Not on the stretch. Okay. So that is good to know. We've talked already about TEXITcoin. You can buy with crypto. So all the cryptos that you could buy with TXC, I believe you have ACH, and I believe that ACH has changed a little bit over on Iskander side. You have to scan in a check, a voided check, and so be prepared to do that. You can pay with crypto. You can. I do believe that the people that were doing peer payments in the past will still be able to do peer payments. I was told that I would have permission to do peer payments no matter what was decided on that. So I do love that. I do believe that I would be remiss to not allow Miss Sarah to add to everything that's going on here. So hook us up, Sarah. What's going on?
You asked what we were all planning to do, and I missed that, Thomas. I apologize, but I'm planning on calling as many people on my team today because Jim Carey has been doing an amazing explanation of what the purpose of Iskander is to support TEXICoin. And if you haven't been on that, you really need to. And it's a really great way to direct your teammates today to listen to it so that they have a clearer picture, especially if those who haven't stayed connected. But I will be making phone calls pretty much all day today and confirming who's coming in and when to set them up. And again, it's 6 o'clock Central Time tomorrow evening. So don't have them try to get on tomorrow during the day because they won't be able to do that. So that's my 2 cents, and so any of you that are on my team expect my call today.
Well, and understand that a lot of people need to get prepared, like buying their TXC or buying their crypto or making sure that they got enough in their bank account. Some people might need to let some money loose when they understand the packages. You can go and study all of the packages on iskandercoin.com. The great job these guys have done, Cory and Lonny and everybody who's helped there with the websites. Great jobs that we can do there. Now, understanding that, there's people, trying to prepare that asked me to buy TXC 2 days ago that I can't sell it to them no more. I was willing to help out, to a certain amount of TXC, but I'm not selling all my TXC. So people need to get on and get it because other people had asked me while they were making up their mind and making up decisions. So make sure, that you're getting prepared, getting with your people to get prepared, as Lonny just said, getting with your sponsorship, and all the way up. And if we duplicate those phone calls into the team, if you duplicate what Sarah just shared, what momentum will that create? And I believe, I'm not reading everything in chat, but I believe that's kind of what Mr. Miguel had just said. So, anyways, any other questions?
I'm going to shoot off just a couple things, Thomas.
Come on.
So part of what I'm doing, the Friday Payday series is not just charting, not just trading. Obviously, that's kind of the focus, but I am opening that up to like everything education wise and questions. This Friday, I specifically want to do one with Cory. So this Friday, we're going to be focused a lot more on how the community participates both in the market, but the bigger impact that the community has is social media. The community is very strong right now, obviously with community currencies and with Bobby's calls and all. TEXICoin has a phenomenal community behind it, and that's really what crypto is all about. And that's why you're going to see these utilities be driven around community-based ideas, whether they're currency or whatever project. and the community strength is what a project is graded on when you look at like CoinMarketCap. That's why they make such a big focus point on like how that crypto acts and participates on X. And they grade a project how its social media is interacting and stuff. So community is big. So the volume on the exchanges is community. You have to show the outside people who are not participating in the project directly that it's a valuable piece. So the community values the project, that's the market. The community values it enough to show it off, that's the social media. And whether it be through, if you need a little bit of the more higher end kind of professional marketing side and how do we pitch it and promote it, that's where we're going to talk about like what the social media team is going to be doing, simple ways to help one contribute and then two participate. So that'll be this Friday. Cory and I are going to kind of go through that to help everybody with that. But just ways to remember, you don't have to bring $20 to the table. You literally just have to click that you like the project and you're participating plenty. So that's this Friday. We'll be talking about that and community. That's what crypto is all
What
about.
time again is yours on Friday? And we'll get it all posted.
I don't know.
Guys.
I have, I was doing for mine. I was trying to figure out if the evenings or the mornings was better. I'm open to whatever, and I don't remember what Cory and I talked about. We'll figure that out and post it. But unless he's there right now and he knows what time he wants to do it.
Definitely earlier for me would work, Lonnie.
Okay, we'll figure out morning time then. But I just want to make sure that we're not taking away from anybody else's Zoom calls if we're flexible enough to fit in between. It's tough when there's 5 Zooms at the same time to participate in all of them.
Right.
Check the calendar and see who's running them, and we'll make sure we get one in. So it'll be in the morning. We'll hammer down a time and get it posted. Yeah. Twitter.
Excellent.
Facebook,
I am looking for
Facebook.
Yes.
I'll do a shameless plug right here. Let me see. I started on the Texit ecosystem with Lonny. You can find this page on Facebook. I'm just going to be sharing a bunch of. Well, I want to go to mine, not the. I'll have to tweet that a little bit. But here's just a bunch of random posts. If you ever want to go find informational stuff, value of Texit, TEXITcoin and Iskander combined videos. If you ever need to find anything, the write-ups, you got the other videos I've done and posts talking about the naysayers and rebuttals. A little early flyer. I'll have to probably adjust this a little bit as more information comes out on the Downtown Digital. So I'm just going to dump information on this. So if you ever have to go find something that you need to share or look up information, this will be an information dump site that you can find on Facebook. And that way you can find it easy to share with your team.
Excellent. And that was I just wrote it down.
Texit ecosystem. It's on Facebook. Texit ecosystem with Lonny. So that way it's not just TXC, it's not just Downtown Digital, it's not just Iskander. It'll be all of them. Anything and everything that you can find, whether it be a short video. That's kind of the project that I'm working on this week is just dumping information down there.
Excellent. Got a couple of things here. A little reminder of not using or the banks still are not totally our friends, guys. We're getting there. The economy's getting there. We're getting there, but they're still not totally our friends. So just beware of letting them, openly letting them know that you're a part of a crypto anything, a mining company, anything like that. They aren't that friendly to it. So Jeff gave a little reminder on that. Also on here. So if our downline wants to sign up, can we sign them up? Yes, I think the things that you need to get from them is name, username, and I believe they would. I think you need the number, their number. So their affiliate number. So grab those things from their back office. I know I'm going to go through all of that and have that. Also, guys, I'm going to just give a little fair warning. Okay, this is Tommy Boy, past experience, the most technology proficient chubby guy in the planet. We know that I'm not technology proficient, but let me just say this. Everybody's going to jump on Thursday night. Guys, it's not a race. It's not a race. Our genealogy's intact. So if something happens because we overwhelm the site or something like that, count it as a blessing that it's getting overwhelmed. Count it as a blessing that we're rocking and rolling. Let's set the right expectations for getting our people signed up. Take your time. Let's not overwhelm the company with mistakes. If you're on something, I don't care if it's 3 a.m. You call me or text. Well, don't text me. I won't wake up to a text, but call me. And I will get on there. I probably won't be sleeping anyway, as these guys said. But call your upline and let's help you through whatever. But it's all basic. It's all simple. There's nothing going to be tough about the sign up. But I want to set the right expectations that many, many, many technology launches that have this much excitement behind them, that there ends up some sort of glitch or something that makes people want to jump to the evil side. You got the two angels and the devil on one shoulder, so they're looking at the devil as soon as there's a misspelling on the website. Oh my Lord, this thing's probably not going to work. Holy cow, we misspelled Lonny. No, I don't know. But you see what I'm saying? And also, though, you want to really, really help the company out a lot. Be prepared, take your time, get the job done. Okay? Be prepared, take your time, get the job done. Double check your sign up. Make sure your email isn't incorrect. One of the biggest things on these launches is always, well, I didn't get an email because you did a typo, because you hurried and you thought that I'm going to get in before so-and-so. You can't get in before so-and-so, guys. You can't get in before so-and-so. You get in where you got in. I do want to piggyback on that just a little bit as I lower my hand here. I don't know. I guess my animated speaking got me there. But I want to say this. They have started to collapse some of the people that have multiple centers and whatnot. And so like they've done that with me and on one of my sides. So it's really cool to see some people affecting each other now. I don't even think Miguel knows, but he's got all of Bangladesh under him now. And that's pretty powerful, where he didn't before. And so just really cool things going on there. So those that are doing the collapse, please be patient and let them know. They've only done one side for me so far, and then they'll do the other. I know that they did SHARS correctly. So they are getting on it and they are listening to us as well. So you can't ask for special things. They're only doing one thing and one thing only. Inside to the outside, left to the left, right to the right. That's all they're doing. If you have a tri-pack like me, or they're putting it all on your main center. If you have it built the way that the guys built at the beginning. We did tri-packs, one on left, one on right with our 01 and 02. And so they now understand that enough to do that correctly. Why? Because I'm one of the biggest teams that did that, right? And they did it for me. So go on and see if you got some newness going on. I believe like people like Mary Garcia and Deb and others, people will start seeing different things going on that will make it so that you're being affected by a lot more people than you were. And so if you haven't sponsored 15 people, they're not going to do that. I wanted to mention it. I didn't want to spend a ton of time on it but it is really nice to see. So the company's getting prepared for Thursday. The leaders are getting prepared for Thursday. I'm getting prepared for Thursday. You have to get prepared for Thursday. But then don't make let me say another thing. When we have launches or we have different things, a lot of people stall on what they're doing to build their business, and they start making their minimums, their maximums to get through the launch. How about grab the momentum of the launch and make your maximum shine like a bright star in the sky, guiding the way like it did the three wise men? That you use the momentum of the launch and strike while the fire's hot to build your team bigger, stronger, faster with more momentum. It's always there's this book, Go for No. If you've never read Go for No, you got to read Go for No. If you're building a business, you got to read Go for No. Okay? Go for No goes a little bit okay, so Lonnie's got some information there for you guys to copy and paste, 5 p.m. Central. Go for No talks about that when you set a goal of putting in 3 people this week, and when you hit that goal, you stop. When you go for no and you're trying to get as many no's as you can possibly get, you don't stop with the yeses. You keep on going and you fill up your bucket with yeses as well. So anyways, that's a short version of go for no for you real quick. But the more no's you get, the more yeses you'll get. And also those no's are not yets. That's one thing that is proving itself over and over again, that our no's are not yets. Also, guys, you see me every morning when I'm on here with you that I take some vitamins. I drink a little energy drink that I like, and I enjoy myself. Let me tell you what I do with bad no's or no's, and I just, this comes to my mind, and it just helps me to be better. Right? Is I pop them in my mouth and I chew them up like a vitamin. I chew a no up like a vitamin. Tell me no and watch me go. Tell me no and let's go. Let's grow. Okay? Tell me no and watch me go. So I hope you're all ready for Thursday. I think, unless Lonny or Cory have something else to add, I think that's we're a little bit past what I wanted to go today. Let me make sure on the questions, but anything else from you two gentlemen? Okay, so expect to get a whole bunch more from them guys on Friday, but we'll be back here on Friday morning as well. And on Friday morning, we're going to be able to hear Kelly Williams' story, which is heart-wrenching and powerful. And then he's going to share with us, what he does for his team. And so we do have a special guest on Friday. Get everybody on here. Also, I'm going to make sure and take time on Friday to answer any questions about what happened on Thursday night and to keep that momentum going into the weekend. So the deadlines now are Wednesday so from Thursday to Wednesday at I believe it's Wednesday at 6:00 is the new deadline for Iskander. Am I correct on that, guys? Because I thought that they said that they were
What was your question,
Thomas? That's what I have written down. And just to clarify, it's March 2nd. And March 5th would be the commission, and then it's April 29th.
Okay. But he said he's not waiting till then to run commissions.
No.
Yeah.
And then, yes, Wednesday nights for this one.
For deadline. So then to make any changes or any moves, guys, which you should always be prepared to never move somebody. Okay, to be prepared, take your time, be a player in the community, and get really specific on all that you're doing. And we'll be doing some back office training as soon as we can on that and all of that good stuff. You know that. But yes. So Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central, I believe is the final deadline. I'm going to guess that it's noon then on Tuesdays, noon on Tuesdays for changes. That would just be my guess. And that's always Central Time. Whenever we're talking about company times, guys, it's going to always come off of Central Time. Now, we might watch that's going to get a little convoluted possibly with Iskander, but we'll see how that goes. See if they're going to go off of times there. Lonny, Cory, all you leaders that spoke, everybody that always helps, all that helped with the answers on chat, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will be back here on Friday morning, bright and shiny, to help you out. But any questions going forward, get with your sponsor. Remember that especially at a time like this, if you're sticking within your team, you're helping your team. Okay. If you're going over and jumping over and asking Jim all the questions, Jim's got a team to build too, guys. He's doing enough on his calls and stuff for you. Get to your upline, get to your lineage, get to just bug Lonny and Cory for everything. Oh, that was funny right there. I don't care who you are. But yeah, Cory. Well, we love you guys, and let's do our part. Let's get ready. Let's rock and roll. It is TEXITcoin, Iskander. We are making history right in front of your eyes. God bless you all.